Hi everyone. So there's going to be a voiceover for this part of the video. Basically because I took the video on Zoom because I needed the two screens, and then it turns out it didn't actually do any audio. It's always an adventure with me, right? So here I'm showing you our Advent tea for the day, and we're going to put that in. So I still have the tea name. So it is butter beer, and it's black tea, ginger, calendula petals, and maple extract. And I apologize if my lips moving on the screen versus my voiceover just doesn't go together. So we'll just have to deal with that, I'm afraid. So I'm just gonna put my tea into my cup, into my tea ball, and then put it in my cup. And then we're going to get started on the reason that I decided to put all of this together. So we'll get to that in just a second. So I'm interested when they say that there's maple extract in the tea. Maybe that'll give it a nice maple flavor. We'll see. So I'm pouring it in there, showing you the calendula petals because you could see a little bit of that. All right, getting that B out of the way. And then I'm going to go ahead and put it in my mug. All right, so while I set that aside, I'm going to tell you about what it is that we are going to do today. So we're going to do a craft, and so I'm just trying to make some room here. So I'm sliding my laptop back, and then I'm putting down some a plastic garbage bag just so we don't make a big mess. Um, it can be messy. And this is going to be either a tutorial on how to do this craft, or it's going to be a nice lesson on what not to do. Could be either one, we'll see. All right, so I'm tucking that in, making it all, have to lift the laptop up to hold the corner of it there. All right, and we are good to go. So, I bought this nice glass dome at Dollar Store, and it's got little snowflakes and trees and things on it, and it's going to be the base of a snowman that we're creating. And so then I've got to reach out and get the top part of the snowman and a couple of other things. Okay, so I now have the top of the snowman, which would have been like a little snow globe. They do put something in the bottom, a little plastic piece, so I struggle for a minute or two trying to get that out. They always put them in really hard. I don't know why they do that. It's, I know it's needed, but there's got to be a better way, right? So anyway, I get that out, and then I'm going to take all the paper out of it and get that out of the way because we're going to need to fill it with some paint. So, moving all that. And I see my camera freezes every now and again, so nothing much we can do about that. Hopefully it'll come back here in a second. There it is. All right, so we're going to open that up, and we're going to put, this is how it'll look when we're done, except we're going to put like a nice scarf around his neck there, and we'll put a little hat on him, and hopefully he'll look really cute. All right, so I'll open that up now, and we're going to fill it with paint. So I'm going to go a little crazy there in a second. I try squeezing it in, and it's taken too long, so I'll just open it up and pour the paint in. And Oliver thinks he wants to get in the way, but not a good idea. All right, so squeezing all kinds of paint in there, pretty much the whole tube, because we have that one to coat as well as the smaller one. All right, so getting that out of the way. And I have two kinds of friends. I have the kind who love to craft, and I have the kind who consider themselves anti-crafters. So this can be a good gift maybe for the anti-crafters if you have those in your life. And otherwise it'll look cute just on your mantle or wherever you decide to put it for Christmas. All right, so we're coating the whole thing, trying to get the paint all around there so there's no bare spots. So at some point you might have to stick your finger in just to get that out of the way, to coat the rest of whatever's left. So we'll open up the smaller one, and then we have to pour from big to small, see if we got enough in there to fill that. So I'm trying to shake out as much as I can. As you can see, I'm making a bit of a mess there too, probably, but that's okay. It's not a good craft if it's not messy. All right, so I don't know if I have enough paint in there for the small one. And I'm just going to dip my finger into the big one and do the edge there to get that all painted. Probably should have thought ahead and brought paper towels over, but I didn't. So, so I'm just going to use the paper that came out of the other thing. All right, so now we're trying to shake the paint down and see if we can get it to cover the whole small globe. As you can see, it takes a little bit of time to kind of roll it all around there. Okay. And I am making a mess. But I don't think there's quite enough paint in there, so I might have to go back and get some more. Yeah, it's not covering the whole thing. Okay, so back I go to get more paint. It's kind of weird doing this as a voiceover because nothing quite matches up, but this is where we're at. I don't know why the audio didn't take, but I'll try to get it fixed when I come back to do the rest of it. Okay, so we're rolling it around there, trying to cover all of that. And if you have any crafts that you do for Christmas or that you enjoy doing, love to see pictures of it. I'm rubbish when it comes to knitting or sewing or quilting or any of those sort of things, crocheting. So, I always love to see people's creations. And anything else that you happen to do, whether it's for Christmas or otherwise, leave a comment below and let me know what it is that you enjoy crafting. Or, maybe you're an anti-crafter. Tell me why. All right, so we've got that one all covered as well. So I'm just going to put the cover on the paint and kind of clean my hands up a bit. All right, so now I'm going to show you the rest of what we put on the snowman. So I'm going to have to get up here in a second and get those things. So just give me a moment. Here we go. All right. So a few different things that we're going to use. I've got this cute pair of socks that I got from the dollar store. And so that's going to be his hat. So I'm just taking those apart and trying to get that silly piece of plastic out that always holds socks together and gets snagged in the sock. Especially with fuzzy socks. I don't know why they do that because it sometimes can ruin the sock. Maybe a clip or something would be better. All right, so I'm cutting that off. Whew, I can hear the wind here today. It's very windy. I think we're supposed to get it for the next few days. Okay, so there's the sock, and then this part is a tea towel, a very cute one, but it's going to actually, I'm going to cut a strip of it, and we're going to use that as his scarf. So we've got the hat, we've got the scarf. I'm not the most precise crafter in the world, so I don't tend to worry about edges or anything. I'm just gonna, I'm not using a ruler on it. I'm just gonna cut it freehand. You do you. If you decide to make this at home and you want to, sew up the edges and cut it precisely, feel free. But that's just not gonna happen here. All right, so I'm just holding on to it and I'm gonna cut the edge. It's not too hard to cut straight just because there is lines all over it, so you just follow a line. All right, so I cut the tag off and now I'm just starting to cut the material. And there will be a frayed edge, but like I said, it's a snowman. It's, you don't put your best clothes on your snowman, so I think it's okay that it has a frayed edge. All right, so cutting up the line. Looks like I froze again, but that's okay. I'll come back. All right, so we're just finishing the cutting, and there I am. I've got one strip ready for the snowman. We may try it on him and decide it's too thin. If that's the case, we'll just cut a bigger strip. But for now, that looks like it should do okay. So now it's a matter of waiting for the paint to dry, and then we'll come back and we'll do the rest of it. I also have some little sprigs to put in his hat, but I think I left those in the other room, so I'll go get those as well. So I'll be back in a little bit, and we will be able to finish up with our snowman. Okay, just taking a second to try my tea. Still waiting for the snowman parts to dry. I will tell you, I lifted them up to kind of move them over a little bit, and a whole bunch of paint poured out. So there was a lot more in there than what I thought. So I've dumped all the paint out, got rid of my plastic, and I've just got them on plastic placemat right now drying. So we'll see how long they take, and I'm debating whether to flip them over or leave them that way. But anyway, okay, so we're gonna take a little taste of the tea and see what it tastes like. It's pretty good. Um, got a, you could smell the maple when you go to taste it, and it's got a faint taste of maple. I mean, I can certainly taste like the black tea, but you can taste a little bit of maple in there too, which is just enough to kind of sweeten it up and almost like having maple syrup in your tea, although I don't know who would do that. But even Canadians aren't that crazy about maple syrup, but maybe. Anyway, it's yeah, it tastes pretty good. So I'd probably give it probably a 3 out of 5. So not bad. So I'll just lift this up a little bit so you can see it. So see now it's not pouring out, which is great. It left a little ring, but that's all right. And same with this one. So we're doing good, but it does need to dry. So I'll be back with you in a little bit. Okay, I'm back and we are going to put together a snowman and see how it goes. I do seem to be having a little bit of echoing between two devices. I've tried to fix it and I've tried to fix my audio in general. We'll see how this works. I don't know. Okay, so I'm going to take and flip this one over and bring this one up and we're going to attach it to the top. I think maybe what we'll do though is we'll put that plastic piece in. I think that'll be easier for everything to hold on to. Poke that in there. Is it totally dry? Probably not, but we'll give it a try. All right, so we've got the plastic piece back in and we're going to coat it with hot glue. All right, make sure we get a good bead of glue all the way around. Brought a brand new glue gun for this. Mine was looking a little shabby and wasn't quite working the way it should. Okay, so we've got our two pieces together and we'll let that set for a second. And while we do, I didn't show you the little sprig of stuff that I bought. So I bought this. I don't know if we can manage to get any off of it and attach it to his hat or anything, but we'll give it a try. Okay, so while that's setting, let's see if we can get the hat on him. Now, no guarantee. We'll bring this up a little bit. Okay, there we go. Now you can see the top of the head better. All right, so the key is not to take parts off while I'm doing this. Oh, there. Okay, that fits pretty good. I feel like there has to be a little tie or something here. Oh, no, now he's coming off. Stay put. Maybe I should have done that first. Let's do that first. I told you this could be a tutorial on how not to do things. All right, well, I think it looks a little cuter that way. All right, so I'm going to had a paper towel here at one point. All right, we're going to use the other sock just because we've got it. I'm going to wipe off some of the paint that got there. And on this one too, I think, and then we'll put more glue on. Okay, try this again. Should have taken off the old glue, but this should still work. And now I'm running out of glue. Second. All right. Glue gun again. All right. And we will try putting it back on here. So that looks kind of cute. All right, now we need his scarf. So, like I said, it's a little raggedy on the ends, but I don't think it really matters much. Maybe we'll put that part up here that just kind of blends in once we get it done. And I'm not the greatest at tying, cute looking bows like some people are, but I figure we just need to tie a knot in it. And then we'll just, let's get this fancy gold thread in it. And I find it makes it hard to do anything with. All right, so I'm just gonna cut it off a little bit around the edges. I'm gonna turn it this way so you can see them. So just gonna hold this up and just kind of cut it a bit sideways so it looks a little fancier. All right, so let's see. It looks kind of cute. Not sure I care much for the bow, but not bad. Maybe cover it up as much as I'd like. Let's see if we can cut off some of the sprigs and stick those in there. Yeah, I don't know if that'll getting it all in the camera. I don't know if that will work because they're all plasticky, so would have worked better if it had been real, but where can I cut? And will my scissors cut? Okay, I'm twisting back and forth here to see if we can get it to actually come off. Just need a little bit. Okay, we got a little bit. All right, so I was gonna tuck it in his hat. I don't know if I should tuck it in his hat or his scarf, but I guess the hat would probably make more sense. Just tuck a little bit in there. All right, so a little bit like that. Maybe we can get a couple of the berries off, add a little bit of color there. They're quite thick. If you look at the berries there, this is kind of hard to get off just because the bottom is quite thick. But we'll try it with my scissors. They're pretty heavy duty for scissors. Or maybe I can get off just a little one of the smaller branches. Okay, so we got a little small branch off. That was easy enough. So we're gonna tuck that in there with the rest of it, maybe. Gotta turn it towards me so I can see what I'm doing. Not sure which way they should go. Seems like we have more string that way. Yeah, I don't think I like that. It's okay, but where else could I put them? I mean, would they look silly in his? Yeah, they would. Okay, so I don't think the berries are gonna do it. I just can't figure out exactly how to put them in there and have them look nice. Maybe if I cut off a little bit more of the top. Problem is, maybe if we just, this is silly. Let's see if we can get another berry because that one, the way it looks, it's not doing it for me. All right, so I don't want a berry down at the bottom because if I do, then it makes his hat kind of bulge out. So while I'm doing this, Sebastian has decided it's a good time to get in that advent calendar. So that's not good. Grab it from him in a minute here. Okay, that's not bad. That's kind of cute. Oh, wait, now where is this coming from? So we'll cut this off. Okay, so I think that looks pretty good. And we can, if you wanted to put a face on him, you can. You can just use some markers and let's see if I have any. Just give me 1 second. Okay, so I found a marker and we're going to put a little face on him. Move that out of the way. We don't need it anymore. All right, so um, tilt him too much in case he's not quite ready. Okay, so just a simple little face. I'll see if I can find an orange marker later or orange paint, and I'll put a little nose on him. But he's looking pretty cute. That's not too bad for a couple of bucks at the dollar store. All right, so thanks for joining me, friends. I thought this was a lot of fun to try. And like I said, if you're a crafter, give it a shot, see what you think. And I didn't make too big a mess, so not too bad. All right, have a great day. Bye bye.